There you go. Hey, look at that. You're all here. Huzzah. Session 23. Oh my fucking. Oh my fucking head. Oh. Hey, the good thing is that all of your heads are where they should be.
Hooray.
Anyway, yeah, welcome to session 23. Simple question. Simple question. Hello. No D&D session next week. It is what it is.
Head face.
Right about it. So yeah,
Reasons?
No. What do you mean reasons? I'm gonna be on a vacation.
Yeah, that's reasons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't tell anybody. Yeah. Should probably make the twit longer. I'm just gonna leave without telling anyone. Just
Leave
like
without telling one. Just one day, like just
yeah.
random person streaming.
Don't
on
worry,
the channel.
don't worry, don't worry.
No
You're
explanation.
gonna be streaming and be like, "Hey, I'm a VTuber. See, this is a subtle notion of indoctrinating
Otherwise-
Terry."
I will post this in this image.
Man, okay.
That's a pro gamer move right there. But more like an anti-gamer move, I guess.
Find it so. Are you ready to begin? The question I asked you was yeah. So red, indeed. So last you left off. Well, you got to the reliquary, you acquired the bell that you were looking for, and also you gained the person who was guarding the vault, Arturus, a present from him, but also he wants now to kill you because you potentially broke something that shouldn't be broken. Thanks, John. Back on the actual normal plane of existence, Bree made some research into the circle on the ground that was at the very top of the mountain. Realized it has a lot of fucking potential if you can grab a handful of people or a very proficient person who knows the arts of the arcane, but also kind of resurrected a red heart and made her into this demi angel thing. So that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And technically, you made it back safely after a few hours back to the mortal plane from the reliquary. Inform Wazat about the bell. You have it in your possession. And yeah. I think that's where we left off, unless I'm missing something. Am I missing something?
We're missing a
The
domo.
Celestial?
Never
mind. Forget
yeah,
it.
Yeah, I know. Stop.
Yeah, that's basically what happened last time.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, that's close.
Oh.
They told us we needed worlds and some stuff about the spell that Bree's working on.
You need a lot of stuff. And also, you got the region map, finally. Fucking finally, after so long. And of course, Cree concluded that there might be some places where the other two keys to this vault might be present. But yeah, it is evening. It is the 12th day, technically, since you got here. This little mountainous area. And you basically complete your mission, Bill. And now there's this not awkwardness, but more like everything is done to be done. and now it's more of a what now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for all of you present, you're aware that the question of what now is also quite in Vazat's head at this very moment. Is he not really know how to go on after this? As you're all awkwardly looking at each other, and then the moment
So
of awkwardness passes as Vaza just proclaims, "Okay, go get some rest. I'll figure out something." And then he kind of leans in closer, looks around over the horizon, back at all of you. None, not a word to tear out of.
Ooh.
Eris nods. Okay.
That's good.
He nods.
And
All,
then
What did
he
he
all I,
ask?
all I need is him all of a sudden ringing the bell, and then calling upon hell without any preparation. In whose position is the bell? I think it's in one of your bags of holding, right?
currently, I think it was John who carried the bell.
John just has it in his hands right now.
Well, it just kind of points a finger at you, John, and just says, "Don't pull it out."
Load up.
Until we are actually prepared to face this, you're not even trying to pull it out. You understand?
He nods.
Okay.
And
You
then,
know.
like, Eris gets a weird, strange expression on his face and goes like, "Oh no, we forgot something. Um, John, can you give him the bag for a moment?"
He nods.
And then I want to pull out Domo from the bag.
They almost already pulled out the bag.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Did he?
we got him
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he
But
John-
good call. Do remember I
John.
brought out.
John. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Basically, there's this. There's this.
He's not there.
Also, yeah, he kind of just nods. At his statement, but slow. Sorry, John slowly shifts over to you, kind of like small sidesteps. So who's that? You're pointing over the distance of the angelic being you summoned last session, and who knows where.
Yeah. What are you gonna say, Scree? Gonna introduce.
I've got it. Oh yeah, very much. First, Scree's gonna look at John.
That was our undead friend. Now they appear to be more celestial. Their name is Nadia. They have remembered their true name.
He slowly nods. Question: the picture you provided last time, is that accurate?
It is unironically that, yes. She is. She has. She seems to be like, for her size. She has like perfect plate armor that doesn't even sound or feel metallic. It's more like bone, ivory with golden highlights. It's very odd because it looks extremely lightweight.
I mean, alright, just for reference, make sure I have the right image here. This one. I
Yeah.
had to scroll up to find it. Alright, good.
Yep.
John being a divine being for the first time ever. I just thinks, and you don't think he meant to say this out loud, but he just mutters,
You get mother as fuck. Okay.
Was it a word hot or fuck? That's my question.
HOD.
Okay.
Yeah. uh,
Snee does a little snicker after hearing that.
so yeah, an evening for all of you to do whatever the fuck you want. Your surrounding, I guess, the settlement that is building up. The walls are basically almost finished. Longhouse is basically finished. Few other buildings are basically getting their walls, and some of them are having roofs. This place is coming along nicely. Um, and you're kind of left to do whatever the fuck you want for the evening.
Okay. Well, then Scree will just look at some of the outer conservation lines of the mountain, just observe, just, studying them a bit, get more information.
Is there something he really wants to do? He wants to write a letter home to his parents. Question, Rectus. How far in miles is it from here to his home?
You have no fucking clue where you are at this very moment. You can roll me intelligence check with disadvantage.
Sure.
Oh dang.
What do you mean on a dang? It's a 10.
That's average and beautiful.
It is average. You think to yourself that you know that this is more sparse. You know exactly where you are, but you know that they're like semi close to the Alarian forest. Semi when it comes to the whole world, not like but they're basically in the same in the same corner of the continental door. You think maybe like a month of just straight up traveling on foot, maybe two, and you couldn't make it. That meaning you have absolutely no idea where you need to go because you don't even know exactly where you are. Yeah, it might take you quite a bit.
He wants to go to Wasset. I'm gonna ask him then.
You find you make your way down. It's easy for you to track. He's basically below the Hollow Mountain in the places where there's a hole. There's several people there that are placed like perishable goods like meats and barrels of ale and water that were retrieved from the well to safe keep. Um, and Walston has like this corner with a bunch of papers. He's kind of sitting there, not even paying attention, and just kind of eyeing the ceiling, and then sees you approach, composes himself, and of course, stares at you for, I guess, your. What would you like?
Hello, Wasset. Is it okay if I send a letter home?
Also, just kind of squints his eyes a bit to look around. You asking me this why?
Well, they said you were from the Empire, right? Do you know if how I can send a letter home because it's such a long distance? Do you know if it's possible to send a letter from here?
Where he kind of chuckles to himself and kind of gets a bit lighter on his face. You're not here about the bell or anything related to dragons. And he chuckles to himself. Well, first of all, we're always in the Empire's territory. Spires do belong to the Empire. While, of course, there is little influence of here, seeing as this is savage place, but not really much to gain. In the Empire standards, it is under the Empire's control, but nonetheless, kind of thinks a bit, nudges his head a bit to the left, to the right. That depends. Where is your home? You look me of half blood, so a lycanthrope.
Mhm. Well, do you know a place called the Tatmaruk? It's in the Larian Forest.
Let me.
Oops, sorry.
It's close to the Golden Plains.
He goes through his book a bit. Moments this, and then he starts tapping something specific. Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. You're from there. Massive hordes of sheep and other animals to be shepherded by your kind. Never been there myself, but I guess I know of the place. What of it?
Well, I can send if animal flying there, but the bird can only fly for 7 days. Do you think that would be enough to reach it?
You kind of things for a bit. Your place, your village, your home. Are you well respected individual? Do you belong maybe are of the elders? Um, kind of like gives us this middle of the words and kind of looks for you for like a reference of what you are in the place. What are you in your home?
Darius looks a bit proud. Well, I think they all know who I am. Um, I'm not part of the elders, but I want to be. My teacher was.
Hmm. Hmm. He kind of thinks to himself for a bit. How many your kin would be, you'd say, capable, and more specifically, maybe for hire or free specific?
Hmm, I don't think a lot of them would be interested. Most of the young people who they usually travel away and do their own adventure. It's mostly the older folks who stay and the
Hmm.
ones who don't really want to adventure. But maybe some, um, a dozen maybe.
And I assume you have an item from your home, right?
Yeah, I have some gifts from my parents. He looks a bit
He,
embarrassed.
he goes through several pages in his notebooks, looks at a specific segment, and then circles it a handful of times. Um, you look at the book, clearly visible. He's not hiding anything, and it seems to be like several dozen pages he scoots over, just focused on the dragon, right? Potential weaknesses, resistances, how to uh, basically hold it in place, and he goes to essentially a page of like restrainment. There's several things of petrification, tar, and it's outlined with a bunch of reasons why it wouldn't work. And there's one called entanglement. And the reason why it couldn't be is because there are not enough druids. And he all of a sudden circles that several times over and looks back at you. He could give you a proposition, an interesting one. If you have an item from the place that I could take you there, you could have your family reunion, say hi to your folks and loved ones, and then if all goes well, we bring back several druids that are keen into exploring the worlds and maybe even potentially slaying a dragon.
Wait, you mean I can go visit them?
He nods.
Yes, I want to do that.
Not tonight, to disappoint. Technically, he gives like a few. I could take basically all of you if you really want to, but it would take me additional day to get you all back, or I guess it really depends on how it goes. I could just take you back to size. But yes, that's besides the point. Yes, I can take you there. I will take you there, but what I'll ask from you, from your side, is a potential word. Convince the elders to gather some local druids who are willing to help us out. Because there's quite a bit of hostility here. Clearly some sort of fey influence is present around these parts and they're not taking kindly to this. Maybe they can work as mediators or whatnot. Additionally, there's also a deal about food and supply, as if it wants to be a long-term settlement, a long-term food supply will be necessary. Oh, who's scribbling something down? Another pages. So yes, talk with your companions or comrades, and then tomorrow, if you wish, or then any other day, I can send you back home with me in tow. Will you have your heartfelt reunion with your friends and families? I shall have a word with your elders. Is that a deal, Ares? Kind of looks at you.
He nods fervently. Yes, 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 yes.
There you go. He leans back into the stone chair, nods with a smile.
See you later then. Thank you. And he runs off in full sprint.
Dunk, 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 because you have a wooden leg. So?
So, were you running to
Yeah,
Ares?
and then I'm running to the other guys to wherever you are, if you are gathered or not.
Oh boy.
Well, Scree's
How long
not
was this
then.
conversation?
So are you together or not together? Or
I wouldn't say John's especially hard to find, but I think everyone kind of wandered off from each other.
Then I go to.
Dom was probably with John. Nadia should probably be around the tribe, and Scree somewhere within this what we call the town perimeter,
will be
but
the
looking
hardest
at
to
the
find.
lines, the carved out lines of the mountain to get more information, to study them a bit.
So Araxis, who do I find first?
I'm just like at a table talking with Edwin and Bob. So Bob's hidden, so you can see.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think you would find John first.
Yeah.
Very
Then
quickly.
Jon sees Ares running towards him, seeming to be very happy. Jon, Jon,
Hmm?
do you want to see my parents?
That because
There's a loading screen on John's face for a second. You see, he kind of just looks at you. There's no response to it, but he definitely heard at you.
this is his response.
Yeah, he's just looking back at you.
Well, you see, I talked to with Wasset just now, and he asked me if I could send a letter back home, and he told me that he can take me there to my home, even though it's so far away. He also said that he could take you along if you wanted to. So do you want to come?
It looks, kind of looks around at the village for a second. And, how long's the trip?
Well, he said that he needed a few days to prepare, and then maybe a few days there and a few days back.
Takes a deep breath. Sure.
Yay! Thank you. I haven't been able to tell my parents about you yet. This will be great. Well, see you later then.
Ways.
But,
And he leans back in closer and he's whispering with Edwin. To what ends? To what conversation? Unknown.
and then he tries to find the next party member, which I guess is Scree.
Screes. Scree probably just like
Scree.
literally
Be
listed it.
affirmative.
Probably. Where would you be Scree at this point?
Somewhere along the mountains edges, looking at the carved out conjuration lines, so studying them a bit.
Yeah, you would easily find it. It's very easy to find it's very easy to find a Kenku, a soul Kenku camp of humans.
The only
Yeah.
black feathered creature in the
Yeah.
green forest.
Mm-hmm.
Scree! He runs up to you and places his hands on your shoulders.
You can see Scream just having a pen and a parchment on, then gets touched, like, and then slowly looks up at you.
You know, I have some great news.
Scream blinks under her hood, and then looks, and then slowly turns to him, putting the pen and parchment away.
You know, was it said that he's able to take me to my home in a few days, so I can see my parents again. Do you want to come along? He said he could take people along with us.
She's Scream looking at Ares and thinking. She pretty much shakes her head.
Oh, okay then. I wanted to show you back to my parents. Because I talked about you in my last letter. But that's fine. Maybe next time we get to meet them.
You can see Scree slowly nod towards him.
Oh, what? Do you know where Domo is?
Scree looks around. I mean, it's not that hard to find a plasmid in a crowd of humans.
It's just like in the barrel or something.
Oh. Araxa, do I see Domo?
Sorry, Domo was hanging out with me at full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was for John, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Domo was just chilling and listening on that conversation. I'm gonna be legit.
Yeah.
I just point
Oh.
towards John.
I thought they just said that it was Bob and Erwin.
Oh, technically.
Technically, Erwin is always following Domo. I should have noticed.
Yeah. Just for sake of it, Domo's going if the rest of the party's going. Gonna be 100% with you.
Ares asks Domo as well.
Because I have minor control over his character until he returns. So, say it simply, he's joining if the rest of the party's joining.
Consenting. Yeah, to travel with us. Good, good, good.
Hey,
Then,
so
then
then-
Ares like jumps into some tent or something and starts preparing. Starts writing letters. Preparing what he's going to say to his parents again.
Mm.
Oh.
Right.
So, yeah.
Sorry, Scree, if you wanted to say something, go for it.
I'm just going to say that Screech's just going to continue to observe the mountain before bedtime. You know, learn more about these carvings for conjuration magic. No one's on top, so it's like, I better write as much down as I can, get more information.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, this does beg the question. What time is it at Rex's when like we got back?
It was like 5:30. Now it's at past 6.
Got it. Yeah, so during this time, Rex's, John's been asking Edwin for dating advice.
Prophecy! Prophecy!
Oh, the prophecy. Oh, yes. You know what? Roll me just a charisma check.
A charisma check?
Yeah, just
You
a
convince
charisma.
him?
No. This is just a charisma check. He's willing to give you advice, but let's just see if you can adapt his like, you know, because
Alright,
my man,
I'll give him my all.
I'm not gonna go full into detail, but oh my god. So, yeah. So Edwin gives you a list of do's and don'ts, and gives you a handful, a dozen or so experiences that he did himself, that he had to basically learn the hard way what to say or don't say. And you basically catch on pretty quick. You have the social cues, you know. You know. But are you gonna tell what this for? That you just want to go for?
If he it's clear that he's asking for someone in particular.
Yeah,
and
no.
if Edward at any point asks who, to point at the literal angel.
Oh my fucking god! And Nadia's like you know 60 feet away, like tending to some guy who got like a massive like branch lodged to his like arm a bit, and there's shit ton of splinters, and she's taking one by one out. Edwin just goes like, "Ooh, brother." He looks at you and says, listen, you look charming. Don't get me wrong, but not biting too big, brother. Just you know." I mean, you can go ahead and try. I'm just you know, just. Hey, I listen, brother. I can tell you advice for swooning the ladies of the mortals, not a literal angel. looks at the literal. But hey, I'll be cheering you on, brother. I'll cheer you on, bro.
I kind of look over to where Bob usually is relative to me, even though he's dematerialized. And I ask, so this is in my head. How do I use that thingamabob? Yeah. Any like
Okay. So with a passive perception of 24, as you look upon her, right? And he asks the question.
Yeah.
You see, she has personality traits of isolated but calm and collective. He has no interest in having a relationship above the basic camaraderie yet.
Uh-oh.
Yet. There's a yet.
So kind of taking in all this information, John slowly nods, realizing it's currently out of his hands, and he thinks, all right, they'll have to be planned well.
And there's also, because of 24, because I'm just gonna say this, you don't get like the very calm, like your perspective, you get the perspective of a robot, because you're relying on a robot. You get a like a estimation of 82% to improve your relationship if you consider these following topics, which are medicine, what's it called? Fuck. Medicine, disease curing, food making, showing signs of disdain / hatred for her opponents, and there's like a small little sub bar that appears in your eye, potentially demon undead fiends from the approximate a survey data gathered. So yeah, very niche, very vague what to do. I'm dead.
One second. I'm writing this down.
I am actually surprised that none of them gave the advice. Well, at least Bob didn't give the advice. Weren't they your
Yeah. See, you. No, well, here's the thing. It's Bob. He doesn't
understand that, and Edwin didn't see it. So it's like...
Please. This...
It's
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
yeah.
Really?
What's the deal with undead?
I really agree on that being bad.
So John like slowly nods as he kind of thinks to himself, and he tries to pull out like he tries to think like how he's going to do this, and then he tries to get into the headspace like what would Scree say? His best known plotter in his like immediate friend group. I think he thinks to himself.
Uh-huh.
And it looks to Domo and everyone. Alright. I'm going in.
Go away. Oh my god. You know that's one Putin walk meme. I just imagine that's how you're gonna go. Just fucking stand up, fucking start strolling, just dun, 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 dun.
And as he kind of gets like, as he like sits up out of it, he looks to he looks over to again where Bob is, quote unquote, not really.
Uh-huh.
And he asks, "Oh wait, do you know anything about medicine?"
Oh my fucking god. Compiling results. Please wait approximately 4 months.
If she wants me to do any medicine things, help me out, okay? Suddenly.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Just tell me what to do.
So you
and he starts
So
approaching.
you approach Nadia that is basically treating this like this man like a tribesman in his like
Okay.
mid 40s. He seemingly had like some sort of either fell or maybe accidentally. Basically, his side of the arm is kind of fucked. There's a bunch of like rents inch deep, and basically Nadia is using her one finger to heal, like seal up the wound, slow but surely, and with the other, she's kind of plucking out, um, what's it called, splinters. There are some are like very, needle thin. Some are like thick and long, and the man is in pain, flinching, but he's trying to act tough.
Alright, as I'm approaching, I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw. Don't mind me.
You're just gonna.
Why?
He lost. There is a moment there's a second. There is a moment of like he gets close to the point of no return, where it's clear that he stops for a second. He looks back at Edwin and
And then he goes, "Ah, pretty lady."
Domo gives like a thumbs up. Sean nods nervously and goes in. So
All of a sudden, the whole process gets interrupted. As all of a sudden, Nadia just kind of flinches a bit, looks around, just spots you, and her pristine yellow eyes, like golden eyes, lock to yours, John. The guy she's treating is kind of also like confused, looks at her, then looks at you. Now there's this like POE. You look down upon this literal angelic email that's like has this like smile, like small smile looking at you, and this fucking sweaty man in his 40s that has like blood and sweat everywhere, and he's looking like confused.
can I help?
Nadia
Is
goes,
it?
yeah, goes almost immediately. Sure. As she kind of gives like a motion with her free hand for you to sit down on the grass, and basically you're given the hand of this man, and you're told to just hold it.
Okay, hold or squeeze.
No, just hold. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So it
Puts down a
takes.
strength check.
Okay. So the man looks a bit confused, but he doesn't say anything. And then, in a matter of minutes, as you hold a hand, and she basically quickly, basically in a minute's time, just basically fully heals the hand, leaving nothing but this white line where the rents of flesh were, and of course pulled out over 8 splinters. Uh, after that, the hand is released, and the man just kind of looks at the hand, completely amazed that it's all fine. Kind of gives like squeeze and stretches a bit, flexes it, and then kind of gives a very deep bow to both of you. Thank you kindly. And then just kind of walks off awkwardly. Now there's both of you sitting on the grass about 2-3 feet away, and now she just kind of, as the guy walks off, she just kind of looks at you. Thank you.
He kind of looks around. Is there anybody else that needs help?
You look around because she doesn't have a place where she's sitting or something. She basically goes around. You've seen a handful of times she just kind of stops and just helps on the spot. Looking around, you don't really see anybody injured or anybody who needs any treatment.
Alright, then I will ask the legendary question. want to bake with me. He mumbles the sentence.
Can you just roll me just a charisma check? I want to see if you actually can say. Just imagine it's like a fucking John Mundane.
Lucky.
Yeah,
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Oh my god. So, um, so you ask, you did not mutter. It did not look like you just were holding. You concentrate your entire body's energy to this fucking free word sentence. You look quite nonchalant as you ask, and she just kind of looks at you a bit confused and asks, bake what?
Kind of based on the time here, I'm going to say dinner. Okay.
She kind of looks a bit. I mean, I'm fine. I don't really need food. I mean, I ate. And then she kind of, almost like not cautiously, almost with surprise. Are you hungry?
Actually, when's the last time I've eaten?
In the morning, so about like 9, 10 hours ago.
So on that note, you hear a rumble. just a mumble, not from his mouth. Just look down a bit. Within the tin can of his suit. Wait, I don't. Do I still? I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Okay,
They took that off for now.
so what she would do in that, I guess, loud exclamation of your stomach, she would clasp her hands together, and then on top of it manifests in the shimmering pale yellowish light a loaf of bread, the size of your hand, and then she kind of just gives it to you, just like extends her hand with the bread. Which correct.
He looks like she is just on sacred arts beyond his comprehension. He looks at the bread. Insight check. Is this poison? Is this false?
I would say you don't need to roll anything. You assume that it's not fucking poison.
He takes it.
It is
Bite of it.
it is warm in your hand. It is extremely quite filling. Pretty decent.
But how does it taste? Seriously.
It tastes it tastes mildly sweet.
It's a kind of a
the American version of bread.
It tastes almost like it is like bread, but also it's kind of has this like feel almost like it's pastry.
Like-
If you
kind of like the mana.
kinda, yeah.
He looks like you can see like as he takes the bread, like for a small bit, like the nervous face, like the tense, the internal strife seems to be quieted as he's quietly eating and judging and inspecting the bread. And like looking at all of this question here, do I know this particular bread recipe, or is this foreign to me? This new sacred
It's
bread
not
knowledge?
it's okay. Roll me an insight check, if you will, or a nature check, I guess, or a history check. Yeah, fuck it, history check. What the fuck am I saying? History.
The history of bread.
bread, yeah. For you, it seems like a pretty common yeast dough bread, which is usually slightly sour because of the salt, or yeah, or I guess salty. Well, this one is more sweet, so maybe just added a lot more sugar. But you assume the basic ingredients for this bread. If first of all, she manifested out of nothing, so she didn't really bake it. But you assume it would be just simple ingredients of uh yeast dough and probably additional sugar, and then bake it until it's like lightly browned.
He kind of mentally wakes back up after like a minute of inspecting this bread. She's still there.
No, she's not. If you're gonna fucking blank out for like a minute.
He looks around and realizes, darn it.
Darn it.
I've been bamboozled, distracted. And he kind of again looks quote unquote at Bob and did I do okay? Whispering in his own head for some gosh darn reason.
There's no response.
He walks over to Domo and Edwin. I got bread.
Good for you, brother. Edwin retaliates in joyous manner. Good work. Proud of you. Can you roll me an wait, no passive insight? I just realized. Yeah, you know that. What the fuck is this? You know that he had fun observing this. He had fun.
Oh boy. He thinks to himself. All right, question here: when does the town, Raxus, based on memory here, when does the town normally have breakfast?
Probably about 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning.
Looking at the current time, then, like, all right,
It
I'm
is-
going to need to. Yeah. And he nods to himself. I'm going to bed. He intends to get up early tomorrow to be one of the first to start making breakfast, so that he can intercept.
Okay, so what I'm
That's it from me for the day.
Okay. So everybody's good. Everybody's down to retire for the evening.
I have one question.
Yes.
Is Mara in this camp or
Nope,
the other one?
she is not here.
Okay. I assumed that much.
Believe me, if she was. Anyway, yeah. Anything else for no? Hello.
Not really. Aris is just furiously scribbling notes about all his adventure.
I don't think so. The only thing Scree would do is like eventually finish up her notes about the mountain and then tell Nadia that she can also take a rest and that she did a good job. And then
So, evening passes without any problems. But as morning comes, Aries. Not Aries. Well, fuck. God damn it! I got a DM. But basically, as the morning comes, you all sleep. You all have a long rest. Nobody intervenes or threads into you. Oh. Okay. I see. You basically get. Oh yeah, John. You're gonna try to wake up early, right? Okay. So technically, John, you wake up as early as you assume everybody would. You wake up and it's cold. It's kind of misty. A bit of rain has fallen through the night, so nothing too severe. Uh, you see several people, as most of the camp is basically fully asleep, uh, are walking around. Like you assume they're just getting breakfast or food, and some are, but also there's this unusual sense which and says something is off about this. Something is odd. Can you just roll me a perception check?
All right. Let's perception. All right.
Uh, Oh yes. I find some- Man, I really wish I could find a better image. Oh yes. Oh, that is better. That is actually. I want to post this, but um, this. Oh, this one is just perfect. So what's your perception? 22. Yes. So you wake up in the morning. You're basically like most people, because except for the long house that is complete, everybody's sleeping in the hollowed out tree because it's basically natural defense, etc. Um, you make you make outside by the stove. You look around, see if there's any people, and you see like 6, 7 people wandering, and then you're like you look at them, and then you realize something is kind of just off about these people, right? Something is just not right. And with how much light there is in this early morning, as they're seemingly walking in the shadows, as you stare in the distance, like 200 feet away inside the walls, you all of a sudden realize that these are not humans. These are not your fellow tribesmen. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh god. Ooh, that's bad. Okay. There you go. These are not your regular human individuals. These are some sort of humanoid amalgamation of roots, leaves, taken the shape of like humanoid creatures and just slumpily wandering around. There's until 7 of them.
Oh no. Okay, I have very important questions to ask here. All right,
Yeah.
first off, do they have perceivable mouths or other methods of which they could eat?
No. For you, it looked like they were just individuals in distance, by the walls, just
Mm-mm.
doing their own thing. You might think they were going out to take a piss in the morning or whatnot, but then you just see how they walk, and they just don't really go anywhere. They just wander. You look closer a bit, and you just see that they don't have like skin or flesh. They seem to be just literally thinner, like bit thicker humanoids with just roots, tree branches, and just just walking stuff. So
There's like a concern, and he looks over. It's. Are there any actual people out here? Or is it just these
no,
guys?
you realize something. You're the only one awake at the moment. You're the first one to wake.
and it's impossible to know if they're hostile yet.
They don't seem to be. Well, the only with your perception and insight, you realize these are just wandering. They're not trying to like tear anything down. You don't know if you would approach them up close, they would get hostile, and they don't seem to possess anything when it comes to weapons except for their like blunt force strength. They're not wielding like clubs or maces.
All right, like at the 10 I'm at the moment. I'm gonna like just suit up just in case, real quick, and
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
clunk clunk clunk, and I'm gonna clunk over there. Not really hiding myself. I'm gonna wave.
You're gonna wave. Okay. Well, seemingly all of a sudden, you catch an attention of one, and as soon as you catch attention of the one, every single other of them freeze and immediately starts looking at you.
In my head, I ask Bob, "How do you say hello in tree?"
you get a response that is what seems to be several tree barks breaking simultaneously in your head.
Question.
Yeah.
um, can I make some type of check to try to pronounce this? I know what he said
Nature
perfectly,
check.
but whether I can pronounce it.
Nature check. Also, these shambles just slowly but surely approach you, and there is like what seems to be almost like dim pale holes where their mouth is,
Wait,
seemingly looking at you. They kind of just approach you slowly, just kind of. Are you gonna let them surround you? That's my question.
what the surrounding? Do they seem like they're going to do something bad?
No, they seem to. They're like about 4 feet tall, and they seem to just surround you. Just approach. It just seems to be just. Are you gonna let them? That's my question.
Sure. This
Okay.
can't possibly go wrong.
Oh my god. Yeah, they just surround you and they just now stare at you. What would you like to do? Oh yeah, did you roll? Yeah, you rolled. Yeah. They just now stare at you.
I look over at them. Inside my head, I say, Bob, I don't think they understood me. And then I'm gonna do like the terrible, like like the classic settler meme of wide, over exaggerated notions and slang English slower, as if that'll make it easier to understand.
Oh my god. Okay.
Me, John.
John. So what happens is all of them, like all 7 of them surrounding you, simultaneously start like shaking their heads, and there's like this ruffle of leaves on their heads that just kind of start shaking, and all of them exude this violet uh, spores. I would like you to roll me
no.
7 Constitution saving throws.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like. All right, we're just gonna roll them all together.
Man,
All right, let me grab my modifier real quick.
this is gonna be great.
I have a modifier of +8. So my lowest is what do I have to? What's failure? So I can just tell you how many
Give me a
failed.
second. The failure is 15.
I failed 1.
Wow.
Actually,
as they all.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, if I have the chance, I'm going to throw a lucky in there. I feel like this is
how
a
many
terrible.
you
I only need one. I only
yeah.
failed one.
Yeah, no.
I'm
Just
just gonna.
if you're okay.
Oh,
Oh
I still
no.
failed. All right, I've screwed off a lucky point.
So, what happens to you as they kind of go like do this like shake their heads, and all of a sudden you feel like all of a sudden your entire body freezes down, and the weight of the armor just kind of lowers you to the fucking ground as you feel your conscious fading as you fall asleep.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Getting kidnapped by leaves.
Scree Aries.
Oh dear.
You wake up in the morning. It is about 8ish in the morning. You're waking up, basically by the commotion of people just doing their daily stuff. You realize that there has been what's it called? There has been like the wall that surrounds the place has been fully sealed off, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's pretty decent. Life is going on as it used to be. You don't really know where John is. You don't see where John is, but you're the last almost to wake up. As yeah. Oh yeah. Um. Oh yeah. No. Actually, no. So everything is fine. Yeah. You see, Nate kind of just eating food in the corner. Just has like a small basket of bread that's giving out to the people who want. Just kind of eating it one by herself. Um. And yeah, it's pretty normal. It's pretty good. Nothing as bad is happening. So yeah.
Yep.
Just John is not there.
Yeah.
Eris walks up to Nadia and takes a piece of bread.
Scree does as well and smiles.
He smiles back at you.
Do Kenku smile?
Do
Would Eris
kicks.
know you smiling or not?
Well, I'm gonna say it right now. Does Ares know how birds can smile?
Mm,
No, because your beak does not. You know. It
Yeah.
does not. It does not.
it's bird body language. Smile.
Oh, I'm smiling in bird.
It's smiling and burr. Okay. Sure.
What's that?
Anyhow, that. And start eating the bread.
And then Eris wants to ask Nadia. Nadia, are you really an angel now?
She kind of shrugs. Maybe not. I feel blessed, but I don't really feel a calling.
Do you know Celestial?
As in the language?
Yeah.
I never practiced it. Never tried it before. How does it even sound?
Ahem. Yeah, he Eris gets his throat.
Oh God.
And then he tries to speak in Celestial.
Do you know Celestial?
I know Celestial as a language.
She seems to understand what you're saying to her, right?
Yeah, he's basically saying what you always say when you learn a language. It's like, "Hello, my name is Aries. I am 250, between 250 moons old. I like nature." That's all he's saying.
I see. Well,
And
she not.
His speech is a bit broken, and but perfect.
Oh, she nods and says, "Yeah, I understand what you say, but I don't really know how to speak it. I." She genuinely looks a bit confused about this whole situation. Uh, um. Also, somewhere around this time, a person comes to all of you. Um, it's a man in his 20s, 25, long blonde hair, one of the people of the Death Claws, as he says, you had a person with a full plate, right? Like the full metal thing, right?"
You mean John?
Yeah. Do you know where he is? I think he lost this. He kind of like he brings out this shoulder pad, this metallic shoulder pad that was part of John's plate.
He's not in the kitchen.
I don't know. I just saw it way out to the north. Was going to see if I can find something to eat. You know, a rabbit maybe or two. Found this piece of metal. Saw that one of you had a person with the metal looked like that, so he kind of gives it to you, Reese.
Ares, do you see him reluctantly taking this shoulder pad, holding it as at an arm's distance?
Yeah,
Scree
just
takes it. He just takes it and looks at it. And
can you roll me? What's your passive investigation?
A passive investigation. Okay, that's a good question. 11.
11. Yeah, roll me investigation check.
Investigation check. 16.
Okay, you realize this thing has a lot of marks, like not very visible, but like a lot of scratch marks, as if it'd been scratched by what's it called? By something sharp, denting its armor. Additionally, there's several scorch marks that are these odd, almost like what's it called, like drops. You realize that you seen this plate up front, up close. You knew that it was almost in pristine condition. These whole scratch marks are recent.
Okay. Scree takes her hood off for a moment and looks at it, then her eyes narrow. And she mutters out the words, trouble.
The man that gave you the piece says what?
Oh no, is something happening to John?
Scree looks at Ares.
This armor has been in recent conflict. Something must have happened to John.
No, that's not good. We should look for him then.
Scree nods.
And where did you say you found this?
He immediately points like just to the north. Just north, about like 3 minutes walk beyond the gate. It was just on the ground. I can lead you there if you want.
Ares turns to Nadia. Nadia, could you maybe look around the village to see if John is anywhere?
She nods.
And then we go look over there. Maybe something happened to him.
Okay.
Come on, Screen. Let's find him.
Scree nods and puts the piece of armor in their inventory.
Okay, so Nadia is gonna look through the camp. Also, one thing you realize, you haven't seen Tarot or any of his panthers in a while, like 2 days. So
Yeah, that's also odd.
yeah. You make your way. The guy who finds this plate just immediately, leads you to the place, and it's literally just in the forest, just maybe 40 feet from like from any signs of clearing in the thick of it, and there's just an obvious spot where the plate was, as the grass around is basically embedded by the print of the plate. And he kind of just points, yeah, here. He just shrugs.
Hmm. Why would you be out here so, so early, or maybe it's too late? Do you know where he was yesterday?
Are you asking the man?
I'm asking, yeah, the man and Scree.
He just shrugs. I don't know. I just built I built the wall yesterday to get some meat.
Scree seems to recall a few things, but otherwise they just shrug.
That's not very good. Oh, do you see any traces where we are? From this place, this mark.
Roll me
Fantastic.
investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah, roll me investigation.
18.
18. You realize that he got dragged here, and the plate was dropped. He was dragged from the south, where your settlement is, to seemingly north. But the thing about it is such a vague trace, and you realize how heavy he is, and you're surprised that there isn't like just like a dirt pile that is like leading you where he's dragged. Seemingly the whole grass of the jungle seem to be unfazed by the heavy, 400 something pound dude with full plate. Well, with the plate included, basically getting dragged through it.
Hmm. I'm not very good at following traces, but I have an idea. And I cast summon like conjure animals
Uh-huh.
to conjure wolves.
Okay. How many?
Yeah, I need to see how many I can summon. What's level? 1/4, which I think I eight eight wolves.
That whole pack.
Whole wolf pack.
All of a sudden, wait, what the fuck is that? Oh shit, are there ducks in my fucking lake? Oh, there are. Fuck.
Well,
Man. Okay, this doesn't matter. So, I'm sorry. I just saw. Anyway, yeah. All of a sudden, all 8 wolves around you just manifest, and they all sit down simultaneously, in sync, and they all look at you.
Could you hand over that plate?
Scree just hands over the plate without much of a beep.
Yeah, Eris takes it and lets the wolves sniff it.
Uh-huh. One by one, they sniff.
And then he speaks to him. I want you to find the person that smells like this. He's somewhere in the forest.
Okay,
He's
you
the
can
friend, not-
you gotta roll me 8 perceptions with advantage.
That's a lot of perception checks.
Yeah.
Or okay. So it's 2d20 KH1. If I'm correct, this is as a test round. Is it like that? Yeah, that's okay. +3. Then I'll roll this 8 times in a row. Let's space it a bit. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7. I mean 8.
Well, one of them got a nat, so no, two nat.
Man.
Yeah.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, so while 4 of them like kind of sniff the air and just try to look for it, the other 4 immediately start lunging towards northeast. Just go straight at it, barking and howling as they run.
Yeah. Come, Scree, let's keep up.
As oh yeah,
Scree just follows.
yeah, the guy that you were with, basically left you, as in he doesn't wanna. But takes about 2 minutes, and then you basically are witnessing what's it called, a sight, if you will, of a small clearing about 20 feet in the middle of jungle with surprisingly very low grass. Where elsewhere the grass is like about a feet tall, this is like a fifth of a feet. Very short grass. And what you basically see is every single wolf, all those 4 wolves, are basically digging in one particular spot, almost at the center of this clearing. Some are peddling like the dirt, the grass out. Some are just roaring and howling, trying to get in.
Oh no, seems very bad. Scree, come help me. And Scree, I was also. Let's see. Eris turns into a bear. That's what I do.
Sorry, my disc for a moment.
Yeah, Eris turns into a bear and starts digging as well.
Detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah, I cast detect magic. That's where
You sense absolutely nothing.
I'm doing it.
But then you realize something. It's not that you don't sense anything. You realize that the entire place has a massive green aura, like the whole patch does. As you know, you dig like a good feet down, Aries, you realize that the thing, right, is actually, how do I say this? The thing is actually not just a patch of grass. Give me a second. As all of a sudden you uncover feet deep just a shit ton of roots, and all of a sudden all of it flinch and contorts, and the entire surrounding mass starts to rumble and tear itself apart. I would like all of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Question: do I use mice? No, I use the bear's stats for this. I'm a bear.
Yeah, you could.
Physical stats.
Yeah, but if I have proficiency, do I use that one or not?
No.
I
Unless it is specified that you as a druid, when you shapeshift, you can do that. No.
19.
Okay, give me a
Take a
sec.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I don't have.
No surprise snake eating me this time.
Anyway. 20, not 20. Ha.
Oh yes, okay. You gonna roll for your wolves or?
Sure. 80, 20. Do they have proficiency? Dex
No,
saves?
Just gonna make sure this is up. As you realize something, oh yeah, you both dodge away from the pyramid as the whole section of the ground roots itself.
I assume the other 4 wolves followed us when we.
Yes. So basically, one fails. Yeah, one fails literally. And it takes. Let's see. Oh yeah, how much HP does a wolf have?
They
Yeah,
have
it's dead.
11.
Oh, it's dead. 12.
So it poofs out of
Yeah.
existence.
So yeah, but basically, in your behest, give me a second. Let me play the music. As you can roll initiative as. Oh, initiative,
cool.
yes. As you witness that the whole section of the grass roots up into this 9.5-foot tall creature. Let me present you the creature, if I could. There you go.
Oh, roll same thing again. Okay, so my familiar's faster than me.
Yeah, give me a second, and I'm gonna showcase this creature. There you go. There you go.
That's one ugly fucker.
Yeah. Anybody's past perception about 14 or so?
But what do you
I-
ask me?
Past perception
perception of-
14.
14.
12.
12. Harry's you?
I have 14.
Oh, you see a familiar set of armor is stuck at this creature's back. That's John. John is part of this mold mound. Seemingly unresponsive and wrapped with these roots. Give me a second, I'm gonna roll initiative.
Plant got hungry.
God damn it, it's first.
It's first? Oh boy.
I would also roll initiative, and this has a better head dex of 10. Wait,
Nat 20! Alright, Ares is first.
no, that's incorrect.
What is 20? Wait, what?
What's incorrect?
Oh, that is correct.
That's correct, right?
Yeah, it was not.
What are you
Yeah.
what are you talking about, Ares?
Like sometimes I've just made the mistake. I just have 20. But this is 1d20.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what's initiative? Who's first?
I guess it's me.
Yeah, so what would you like to do?
But I need to roll initiative. No, I assume
No,
the
no,
wolves
your
are after me.
summoned creatures go at your turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's only my familiar that has a separate turn.
Then, as let's see, as a black bear that I am,
Uh-huh.
or brown bear, I mean. I attack this creature. This
Roll damage.
Uh,
Oh no, roll damage. Roll to hit first of all. Yeah.
so it is multi attack, 2 attacks with 1 bite and 1 claws, +5, +5.
Now on, let's see it.
Yeah. So this is I'm rolling 2d20. It's 2 attacks.
Oh. One hits, one misses.
Yeah. So my bite misses and my claws hit. 2d6 +4.
Yeah. Roll damage.
And that's slashing damage. Yeah, and that's basically all of my actions.
10. Okay, let's see. 10 HP. So you slash into it, and you tear off like a dozen roots. The creature feels you seem is pain, but does not flinch as it is its turn. As all of a sudden, It
Right,
just
isn't it the wolf's turn?
okay. You said it's the end of your turn, so you have the
okay.
wolf.
Yeah.
So come on.
The wolf's go after my turn. Sure.
Go.
I'll
Seven attack pack tactics. Let's go.
That's plus 4. Is that plus 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit.
Yay.
5 hits. That's 10. 10 d4 plus 10.
Kiriyama.
Oh my god, 34k. Yeah, these creatures, like, as you like cleave the front and your wolves around him and just start gnawing this piece and basically tearing this beast apart, there are bits and pieces that are basically falling apart, and the creature is getting a bit weak now. It is gonna try to do something. Farron, John, Mundane.
Hold up, I actually have a part in this fight?
Yes. You're gonna be the battery. So I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw and then a constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Ah, that's terrible. But I might have some shenanigans. Or it might fail terribly. We'll see. Okay, so wisdom first.
Yes.
Oh, well, I forgot the one there. That might have been important to the dice roll.
Man.
Or sometimes. There we go. I
Nine.
didn't do 2. Well, that's a 9, but I'm just gonna. Sorry, I'm having dice trouble today. Don't mind my stupidity. Anyways, would
Dice
you
rolling
like
is
me to
hard.
re-roll that, or do you want just to roll another one?
Is that your wisdom or what?
1 second.
I don't.
Technically, that's a disadvantage roll right there, which is a 9. But
Okay.
I'm going to shenanigan this, and see. I have 2 lucky points left in the day,
Okay.
so I'm gonna see if I can burn both of them on these checks. I'm gonna roll one more and
What?
see if.
Did you only have advantage on disadvantage on Constitution?
Okay,
that's-
so when it comes to lucky, you roll another dice and you pick the highest out of the options you have rolled.
Jon,
It's not the same as advantage.
I think your wisdom was not disadvantage, right?
Yeah, I said
No,
wisdom.
both of them are disadvantage. Both
No.
of them are disadvantage.
What?
You said
No.
both disadvantage.
No,
so
I said
Oh.
wisdom check and then con check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You said both checks and then disadvantage. I assumed that I counted for both. Apologies. That's just me. All right,
So-
then I take that back for the wisdom save. Yeah.
So what's the wisdom
The
save?
first one was mine. It's a 9. It's just take the 9.
Okay. Okay, and then con save with disadvantage, please.
Con save the disadvantage. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And that's a 17.
Ooh. Ooh, okay, that's good. That's good. So what happens is this creature all of a sudden just almost like stands up and like starts moving its hands close to what you assume its chest, and from its chest new roots emerge, sleek with fresh blood. And as the roots appear, you hear John's groans in pain. John, you're still unconscious. As all of a sudden, it charges for you, Ares. And it's gonna try to do a multi-attack and a grapple. So let's see. 3 attacks against you, my boy. Oh god. So 24 and a 17. The 17 hit for you?
17 does not hit.
Oh, so just
Wait,
24.
No, as a bear. I'm a bear right now.
Yeah.
I have AC 11.
So give me a second. I'm gonna roll for let's see. Dun, dun. Oh wait, no, the plus 4. So you take 20 bludgeoning damage. I forgot to add 8 because 2 attacks. So yeah, bludgeoning 20. And I would like you to make me a strength saving throw because it's gonna try to grapple you. D4.
14 HP now, it's better.
See. Oh yeah. You please tell me you can you. Please.
I don't think I can say that.
Just in case I roll. Yeah. So
I
basically,
needed that fail.
yeah, basically it lunged twice with its not claws, with its fucking roots, jabbed you twice, and then tried to kind of grab you and hold of it. But you're a bear. You're too big for that shit. You shrug it off with ease, and that's the end of its turn.
And it's my familiar's turn. And they will fly up for 40. They'll fly up for 40 feet. For me, that's it. That's all I do.
Okay, and what is your turn?
My turn. The creature does it look weak or strong still? Because I guess
It looks strong.
okay. It's a plant. I cast blight on it.
Is blight an area in effect?
No, it's a single target.
Okay.
You need, it's a necromantic energies wash over the creature of your choice you see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a con saving throw. The target takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed throw, or half as much on a successful one. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. If you target a plant creature or magic plant, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage to it.
So I need to roll a con save with disadvantage.
Yep.
Let's see. With disadvantage. So con save. That's gonna be that. And yeah, 13.
You fail, and it's upcast. It tells us 9d8 of damage, so 9 times 8, you take 72 points of necrotic damage. I don't have to roll because plant. I nuked it.
How would you like to do this?
Very much. Scree sees their companions in danger and points towards the creature and lets out a spell and a circle with her finger, and then pretty much mutters the words "perish," and the creature starts to slowly become drier and drier, and then crumples into dust.
So
Think the Metroid Death.
yeah. So, boy, what happens from? Okay, John, can you roll me a wisdom save as the fight is over? But the whole thing is not yet over. Smiley face.
21.
You want? Okay. There you go.
That's about as good as that.
So, 21. So, all of a sudden, with the death of this creature, and it's becoming, dry in a second, and then all of a sudden, you snap back to reality. You breathe a fresh air. You feel something is in your leg, like stuck inside of it, like a small branch. John, you first of all, you have currently only max hit points of your current half, so in total you have 63 HP at this very second. You have 63 HP. You are in pain as the roots die and everything dies, and you're getting loosened. Scree and Ares, you realize the platform or the grass or the uprooted thing that was the creature standing on also starts to dissipate and break down, and basically uh, become just, crunchy bark, as all of a sudden the whole creature shambles into the ground, and the ground breaks down in its immediate area, and it just goes free falling with John still attached to it.
I
John, Ares and Scree, you see John plummet to darkness, and you for a brief second think, "Oh fuck," and then like second after you just hear a thud. John, on top of that, uh you take additional 6 points of bludgeoning damage, so you're at 58. No, not 58, 57. As you're somewhere. You are surrounded by dead twig, bark, and roots. You feel odd and nauseous, but alive. Uh, yeah.
Alright.
And looking down, you see John maybe took like a 40, 50, 60 feet dive into the ground, and most of it is basically been cushioned by the dead roots and whatnot. So he's just on a pile of just destroyed debris. But yeah, you're alive. Thumbs up. But now John is in a
Well, it
cave.
is.
Yeah, John, you're in a cave.
I'm in a cave! Oh no, is this a Underdark?
We're not deep enough for that.
Literally goes into a cave that is 10 feet deep. Are we in the Underdark?
Goodness. Right. Just instantly. Just take a deep breath. One could say a second wind, as I'm going to roll a d10 plus my fighter level. Let's throw that on your level.
Wind.
And apparently, I'm just gonna take and heal up. Right there. Good. Alright, should be at 84. Just to look around. Any immediate danger, anything that says, "Oh boy, run the opposite direction."
Oh boy. So you in total regained 17, and now you're at 74. Hello, yes. Cool. Okay. So yeah, what do you like to do now that you're John? Last you really remember was getting fallen to the ground back in camp early in the morning. And now you're in the fucking bottom of this cave.
Yeah, just gonna look around real quick. Actually, I'll do this. I'll do Don't you realize? I'm gonna look around and ask Bob, where are we?
You can roll me a perception check if you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in addition to whatever Bob says. I'm just looking around. Standing here, I realize. That's a 26 and not 20. Oh, is my audio not coming in? No, just...
No, it's
Alright.
it's a Rexus that's not coming in.
What do you mean? What?
You just
Oh,
being
you're just
quiet.
responding. You're just responding. He nat 20 did.
Oh, Jesus. Well, my boy, for a brief moment, you look around and you see just a massive opening of a cave. It's basically mud, with some grass and some roots sprinkled everywhere in this little nice interior. It's dark as hell, but looks pretty normal until you realize you see at least 4 of these mounds, these shambling mounds that abducted you, go immediately, as you kind of recognize who they are, into the fucking walls, and just almost like blend into the moss of the place. And additionally, you realize one side of this cave is not just, a cave of stone and rock. It is a wall of bricks. A wall of bricks. It kind of reminds you of the walls of that other place you went. As in,
Oh.
the other, yeah.
And okay, so I did ask though.
Yeah.
Uh, Alright, well, I'll ask it a different question this time then. Bob, what is this place as I kind of look around? Is my weapons and armor on me?
Uh, you look around, you see that your weapon is buried under a pile of the basically decaying branches and roots. Your armor seems almost fully in check, seemingly missing a shoulder piece on your left side. But besides that,
Put on my
yeah, it's pretty
shoelace.
good. And Bob just says, "We're in a cave."
Great insight. I love Bob.
Love Bob. Simple
I-
as.
If I as a bear look down in this hole, do I see them or is it dark? Like, how light is it down there? Do light shine down?
Huh?
Can I see John in the hole?
Um, after all the smoke clear out, like the rubble, like the whole dust, you can see at the bottom there's John just looking around. The child, um, completely
Well,
lost.
then I pretty much ordered my familiar to go to John. So my little white raven, well, it's a still closet, but it's a disguise as a white raven, just lands on John's shoulder, the one without the shoulder pad.
Huh?
Hmm. Ow.
How?
And
So,
then I speak from it because voice of Chainmaster, and ironically, it's the mental voice that you hear from it.
Are you still with us?
Um, he looks over it. He looks over at the bird with a strange look. Breathe?
Yes,
Kind
it
of just
is
nods.
my familiar. I'm speaking via it.
Oh, magic. Right, yeah, I'm alive.
I relay this information to Ares. He's perfectly fine, and that
He's
he's down there.
still a bear.
Uh-huh. I know Ares is still a bear.
Yeah, he ends his wild shape and turns back into human. Thank goodness. And then Harris leans down over the edge and shouts, "Do you think you can get up from there?"
Um, yeah, but there's some funky stuff down here. Plant things, a brick wall. Reminds me of that place. Dawn being really vague.
What place?
He just thinks for a moment, then smirks. Then look at Ares.
Ah, the ruins where we found Nadia.
Before she turned to Angel, you mean? When she was
Yeah, screen nods.
undead.
Tree shrugs for a moment. I am not.
Sure, there's undead down there. But it is possible.
Jan, do you want to come down?
Be safe. I don't trust this area here. Plants are bad.
Mhm.
Well, if they're unchecked, it can be bad. Screed, how should we get down?
It's about
Yes.
60 feet deep, right?
Can it take us down? Like we did before?
It was like 4.
It's 60 feet deep, yeah.
20 feet down. Okay. Hmm. Scree. Oh, how do we get down? Oh, right. Scree reminds them.
You could make a staircase out of roots. Remember?
I don't think I have that today. I'm afraid.
I'll catch you.
I'll
With
catch you.
I
Okay,
could maybe
someone's at the
make the
door. Decide
vine.
what you want to do.
I could maybe make the vise at the end of the hole climbable, but
That will do enough. I simply need to get low enough, and I will get him out.
Don't you want to check out the place first?
You can see Scree's familiar look at you and start talking again.
Not right now. It's filled with danger, as you believe, correct?
I looked around. It was.
as you say
I
that,
think
I just doesn't hear. I just
Mm-hmm.
will almost answer to John's question and say, well, if there's evil down there, I think we have to get rid of it.
I guess we're gonna have to first get down there.
Yeah, I need to wait the answers back because my
Yeah.
plan is to cast plant growth to make the vines covering the edge of this hole.
And then I can at
Uh,
least get safely some feet down
Big and strong enough
before.
we could maybe climb down.
Yeah, because I still have
To
one
be
spell
clear
slot
here, yeah, I
left,
can get
so
up,
I
no
can't
problem,
really
by the way.
teleport down, grab it, and teleport back up. But now I could like climb down and then
I
look
can get
around
up,
and
no
then
problem,
grab
by
John
the
and
way.
teleport out.
Yeah, he can get out pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, to climb out of a cave is really easy compared to the other climbs I've pulled out.
True.
And I can fly out in worst case. I can turn into a bird and fly out.
Yeah. Yay for Dimension Door. But I did use my
Nice.
blight. But yeah.
That was a good blight though.
Yeah, I know
Instead of
you had
that-
it too, but I'm like, I don't know if it's how much HP it has. I don't know how if it's looking worse.
Yeah,
If it was looking worse, I would have not used blight, obviously. But
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it looks strong. Blight, because I'm not risking it.
Yeah, I was saving it until I got knocked out of wild shape, then I could blight. But as I already had wild shape, there's no point in.
Besides, you already used spell slots to do conjure animals, so
Yeah.
obviously this was just Scree being like, yeah, I'm not gonna take a risk on this battle. Blight. That's the reason why she learned it.
Yeah, and
'Cause
you always have that prepared, and I don't always have it prepared. That's also a good thing. I did have it prepared for this fight, but
I mean, I chose that over any 5th level spell that I could learn because none of them really seemed useful. I'm like, no, Scree would learn Blight for these kind of for this kind of shit. Shoo-ba-dee-da-boo-da-da-doo, doo-ba-dee-da-ba-ba-ba-boo, da-ba-da-da-da-da-doo.
How do you feel about your NPC rescue mission?
Standard.
Standard. Perfection.
Kill the kidnapper, get the NPC out,
I
gain the princess's affection.
Hold up, I'm not that type of NPC.
had forgotten to save my character sheets in the last session, so my 5th level spells are not prepared anymore.
Well, technically speaking, you could have prepared a new set this day, but that's up to you, babe.
Yeah, I need to update my character sheet.
The battle's already over, so what?
Like
Any
four,
cheekiness
four,
with spells?
I forgot to
you
set
know,
character sheets like 4 times.
I only have 2 spell slots. But yeah, I blew them up. Like, it's a plant. It's like, it's a plant. I noticed it's like, if I cast Blind, it's gonna be nuked. So yeah, I was gonna nuke it. After all, that's what warlocks do in the end.
that is their specialty.
Yeah.
You want to take a short rest?
They just walk into battle, they say, go to hell. Enemy goes literally to hell, and then the warlock asks if they can take a nap.
Exactly.
I have more constitution.
Wow, it's taking him a while, isn't it?
I have more constitution than I have.
One of the assassins got him.
wisdom.
Maybe he lost the game.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's delivery of something. Or maybe it's the mailman. Don't ask why I'm coughing. I accidentally swallowed some spit and it went wrong. Other than that one, I'm breathing.
Hey.
Welcome back.
So here's the thing. I actually gotta go. I gotta
What?
drive.
When-
Yeah, I gotta go.
So we're ending session already?
Yes. I gotta go in like 2 minutes. So people, I guess have you decided how you're gonna get down?
Yeah, we're going to plant growth at the edge to make like vines grow, and then climb down.
Cool.
And we're going to explore that in the next session.
So yeah, see ya in 2 weeks as we gotta this off, and yeah, you can explore this little small part of things that was, totally not intentional. Anyway, anything you want to say before I'm shutting the stream down with no survivors?
Get the hell out of here.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna rate someone.
I made sure there were no survivors.
I'll see you.
Apologies.
I'll see you in a week. I'll see you, but also I'll see you in like 20 minutes. I'll be back. Maybe 40 minutes, maybe 50. I don't know. Yeah, eat. Come on, right, eat. There you go. Maybe it's over. Who knows? Over. Done.
Goodbye.
Raid has been cancelled.
What? Really? Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
Oh no.
Shut up. Go. Come on.
We're back.
Fuck.
Okay, we're raiding now.
Come on.
We've not moved yet, but we're raiding.
I need to fucking book it.
Say-
Come on.
Just press raid now.
Fucking press it. Go. Okay, didn't.
We're gone. We're down.